After a long and cold winter, a thaw has arrived across Michigan, and that means the sap is flowing in sugar maple trees. In tonight's Exploring Michigan, we're headed to a sugar shack nestled in the woods in Antrim County as they prepare to welcome guests from Michigan Maple Syrup Association Maple Days.
Yes, we like maple syrup. It's a great sweetener.
Joe and Bobby Woods may have always liked maple syrup, but they kind of fell into running their own Antrim County maple farm.
Well, actually, it all comes back to my son coming home from, I do believe it was middle school, and asking about, can we produce maple syrup with these maple trees? So we went out, made sure they were sugar maples, and made up some taps and got some buckets and made our first batch of maple syrup.
That was 1993. Since then, with a lot of hard work and some sweet success, they've gotten pretty solid at syrup.
As we always say, it was just a habit that just got out of hand.
Every spring, when winter starts to fade, the sap starts flowing.
We look at about the 1st of March would be the starting of the season and ending usually around the April 10th.
It's a short season to boil down an awful lot of sap to make a lot less syrup.
40 to 1. In other words, 40 gallons of sap to produce 1 gallon of syrup.
But that syrup, sweet enough for pancakes and more, isn't always the finished product.
We are in cherry country. We do produce a maple cherry syrup. My wife also makes maple candy, maple cream, maple sugar, and for the open house, we will be doing maple cotton candy.
That open house is coming up here at Out of the Woods Farm and across the state over the next 3 weeks. They're called Michigan Maple Weekends, where sugar shacks and farms statewide welcome the public in to see how they do what they do.
You just get a lot of people who are totally unaware of how this is done, and they're fascinated by it.
Folks like Joe and Bobby love walking visitors through the process, from the trees to the tanks to the finished product. It's as much about showcasing the sweet taste of their efforts as it is educating everyone about where their food comes from.
And they can actually see it from basically a start to finish aspect.
But a visit here, and you can see firsthand the entire process and walk away not only a little smarter, but also with something a little sweeter.
You're going to be out hopefully learning about a lot of these places and what they produce.
And Michigan Maple Weekend is a statewide event, but the dates vary by region, with the southern Lower Peninsula being March 15th and 16th, the Upper Peninsula April 5th through the 6th. Out of the Woods in Antrim County will be having their weekend March 29th and 30th. You can check with your local maple producer to see when you can stop by for a tour and a visit.